Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Fabiana and I have a blog, Creative Swimwear, that's all about swimwear and handmade swimwear. And this week I'm gonna show you how I made this design. It's called Nusadua on my website. You can purchase the pattern there if you want. It has written and as well charts. So if you don't speak English, you can understand the charts as well. And so to make this top, I'm going to use thread, cotton thread, 4-ply cotton thread. You only need one row, which is 50 grams to make this one. And also 2.1 or maximum 2.5 millimeters hook, otherwise the pattern changes. I'm gonna put the gauge underneath as well, so you know if you have the same as you make a few stitches, you know. And as well on the pattern there's instructions for small, medium, large, and also while making it I'm giving you the number of stitches or the reductions you need, because this is an extra large. I'm making this for a person who is 34 double D, so it's a bit bigger. So you be aware that if you're making a smaller, the size is gonna change, and normally the size, I only change the size on this part, all the rest you're gonna make the same. So here you're gonna have a smaller, let's say like it's gonna be this small for a small, but all the rest gonna stay the same. That's how I normally work from when I change from one size to another. And that's it, guys, let's get started. This top, we're gonna start here and then go up this way, finish here, then single crochet around. So this one I made, it's for a customer, she bought it, and she's a double D, so this is an extra large. So consider making 4 stitches less, like start with 4 chains less each size down. Okay, so I'm starting with 50 and I'm making a double D here. So consider starting with less stitches if you're making a small, around 8 stitches less, something like that. Okay, and all it's gonna change is that on the part, this part here where you're gonna double crochet, we're gonna have a smaller size, so around here for a small thing. Okay, because we don't need all this coverage for a smaller size. That's all we're gonna change in this bikini. So after I made 50 chains, I'm going to double crochet in the 5th chain from the hook, and I'm going to double crochet 2 in that same stitch, and then chain 1, and in that same stitch again I'm going to double crochet 2 more, and then chain 2. Then I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3 in that 4th stitch from the hook, from where you had all your double crochets here. I'm going to double crochet, and then chain 1, skip 1 here, double crochet again, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. And I'm going to repeat this all the way to the end of this row to start our full double crochet rows after this one. This is the one that I'm going to use later on to put this the tie strings through, and that's why it's open like this. So repeat this all the way to the end, and then we're going to the second row. So after you finish this row here, we're going to make 1, 2 chains, turn our work, and double crochet in each stitch. So 1 double crochet in every chain and 1 double crochet in every double crochet you had before, all the way to the other side, all the way to here. When I get here, I'm going just to repeat the same thing, but when I get here I show you how I'm doing it, because we are going to be repeating this row until we reach 12 rows. So they are all the same, no increases, no decreases, no nothings. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So make 11 rows. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 rows of this same thing, like 1 double crochet, each double crochet, and that stitch that I'm gonna show you at the end. So stop making rows when you reach 11, and that's for every single size. They're all the same. And then we are going to start decreasing to make that final stitch on the top. Here in this last double crochet just before this stitch on the beginning, and I'm going to make 2 chains, and then where I had this chain here, I'm going to repeat that same thing. I'm going to double crochet 2 in the chain, chain 1, and double crochet 2 again, and I'm going to be repeating this all the way to the top, and 1 double crochet in that last chain from before, 2 chains to go up the next row, and again 2 double crochets, 1 chain, 2 other double crochets, chain 2, and then we're going to that same part again where it's only double crochets, and you're gonna repeat this row until you count 11. So all the way from here to the top. So I have 3 now, I have to have 11, and that's to every single size. It doesn't matter which size you're making, it's gonna be the same thing. And then when we get to the row 12, we are going to start decreasing. We're going to start decreasing to make this part here. Okay, so crochet 11 rows there, and stop the video here, and I'll come back and explain how we decrease stitches for this top. So here on this next row we have 11. On the row number 12 we're gonna start decreasing, and to do that we're going to fold this right in the middle, and then we're gonna place a marker right here. Okay, so I'm not gonna place a marker because I know where it is, but place a marker right here, and that's the way you fold it. Don't fold it all the way here, just this part where you had the double crochets, and place your marker right here in the middle, because that's gonna be the stitch where we're gonna be decreasing. Okay, so with your marker right here in the middle, work double crochets all the way, and stop when you have 1 stitch left before the marker. Let's say our marker was on this stitch here. This stitch has to be the middle stitch, because we are going to make 3 double crochets together. So this one where you have the marker has to be the middle one. So 1 before, make halfway, that one where you have the marker, and the next one. So we're gonna make 3 double crochets all together, and then we're gonna keep going with our double crochets all the way and this is gonna make the shape of the top like this. See, it's not flat, it has sort of like it's on a curve, and that's why it fits so well on the breast. So just repeat this all the way to the end, and then we're gonna be decreasing 1 stitch here as well, only on this side, because this side we want it to be straight like the shape of this style is. I created this design a few years ago and I called it Nusa Dua because I was in Bali, and so I called all my collection with Bali beach names. So Nusa Dua is a beautiful beach in Bali where they have many resorts and good waves as well, so I used to go surfing there sometimes. And it's beautiful there. So here I'm almost getting there. Here, so I made my last one here, and now I'm going to skip this one, not doing this last one here, because I want to decrease stitches. Repeat the same thing there. Chain 2, and then here we're gonna skip one more. So the next, so if you're making a small or a medium, you're gonna be making 4 rows, decreasing this, making these 3 double crochets together. I'm going to make 6 because I'm making an extra large. So you guys will be making 4 of these rows. Got here to the middle again. Here, as you can see, that's the stitch I made 3 together in that last row. So one before that one, I'm going to start making 3 together again, being the middle one always the one we made together on the row before. That way they're always gonna be in the center and on the same position from one row to another, and then just double crochet across all the way to the end, and you're not gonna be increasing here. Okay, so after this I'm going to make, so I made 2 rows already. If you're making a small or a medium, make 2 more, and if you're making a large or extra large, make 6 more. That's what I'm doing now. I'm making 6 more, but 2 more, I'm making 4 more, and 2 more for small or medium size. So just repeat these 2 rows again 2 more times. I'm gonna repeat 4 more times because I'm making an extra large, and then I'm gonna show you how I made this part and finish the bikini. So I made all the rows. Last 6 I decreased stitches, so I get to this point with less stitches to start this part here. Okay, and because you're making, if you're making a small or medium, you're gonna get here with the same number of stitches, or it's very similar, because you are decreasing 2 rows less. You're making only 15 rows. I made 17 rows all the way from the beginning, and now I'm going to chain 2 to start this row and double crochet on the next stitch, After that I'm making 1, 2, I'm chain 3 chains, and I'm going to skip one here, this next one, and single crochet in this one. After this I'm making 6 chains, and here I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4 on the fifth stitch. I'm making single crochet, and repeat that all the way. Chain 6, 2, 4, 6, skip 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet in the fifth stitch, so skip 4 every time, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth stitch, and make sure you make one more arch at the end here. I'm gonna be skipping one less, but that's okay. And then chain 3 again and repeat that same stitch. And in this next row we're going to chain 4 and single crochet underneath that arch, and then single crochet 6, chain 6, single crochet in the next arch. And 2 double crochets at the end. Two chains to start the next row, and then 3 chains, single crochet here, chain 6, single crochet in the next one, and then repeat that. And at the end chain 4 and repeat this stitch here at the end. We'll be making 6 rows of this. It's just important that you have the same number of arches in this first one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, counting just the middle ones, because this is not really an arch. And all the rest is gonna be fine if you have that same number. You can make more if you want, just, you know, skip less stitches underneath it if you would like a smaller mesh. And now here I'm going to be making 4. Chain 4, skip that first one there, and we're going to single crochet in that next arch, and then 6, single crochet in the next arch, 6, and single crochet in the next arch, and then 3, 2 double crochets here. And that's how it is now. We're going to start the next row, chain 2, turn, double crochet, and this is our last row, so we are going to make less stitches. I was just checking. So 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 4, single crochet in the next arch, not this one here, but the next arch of 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4 again, single crochet in the middle of the next arch, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet in these last 4 chains here, and then chain 2 and repeat this one here. So from now on we finished with the top, and we'll be making a few more rows of only this part here, same like we had here. And then after that we're gonna connect a necktie at the end here. So I made 9. After finishing this one, make 9 more. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8. So I made 8. It doesn't really matter, okay? But you know, make as long as you need. That's all we're gonna be doing. These 2 double crochets with a chain and 2 other double crochets on top of that chain, and another double crochet in this double crochet from before. And then you're gonna chain 2 and turn. So you're gonna be repeating this row 8 times after the one we just did. So total number of rows is gonna be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. 30 rows. If you're making a small or a medium, it's gonna be 28 rows. And then we're gonna single crochet all around the piece and make all the neckties. There's a tie that goes here in the middle as well, and there's a tie that goes here. So it's 3 of them. So repeat that all the way till you reach 30 rows. And don't cut the yarn, because we'll be making that single crochet row around the top and making the little holes for the string here in the middle as well. It's 6 of them. So stop here, make your last few rows there, and then I'll come back with the last row for this top. So finish here. Just make sure, if you want, that they have both the same size. Okay, and so they're gonna be we're gonna build them like this, side by side. And so this one I finished this way, and this one, so this one, when I finished, I went this way. So I have, as you can see, I have the right side of this top side facing my way. And so the other one, I want to work on the right side as well. So I'm working the opposite way. It's the same exact row, but going the other way. So I'll be making 1 single crochet to each stitch around the entire piece. And here, where I have the rows, 2 single crochets to each row, which means 1 in the middle and 1 in between both rows. That works good, because it doesn't get too tight or too small or too. And so work 2 single crochets, 1 in each row, and all the way to here. And when you get here, we are going to start making these little holes here. It's gonna be 6 of them, and I'm gonna let you know how far apart they're gonna be, but you have to spread them in a way that they have the same distance in between each other. So I made my last single crochet here, just in that chain, that second chain of the beginning, and then now I'm going to chain 4 and double crochet, skip one here, because remember I count each row as 2 stitches, so I'm going to skip one here and double crochet in between that first row and the second row. And then here I'm going to place them in the same position I had on the other side, 2, 4, 6, with 8 single crochets in between them. So 2, it works the same way, 2 double crochets to every row, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure before you make it that they are on the right position, and then you're gonna chain 2 and skip 1, 1, 2, 1. You're gonna skip 1 underneath, okay, but chain 2, and then the next 1, 2, 4, 6. So we're gonna have always 8 double crochets in between the little holes, the string holes. And you're gonna repeat this all the way to the end of this side. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, chain 2, skip 1 here, and double crochet 8 more. Now if you're making a medium or a small, because you have less rows here, consider making 7 only in between them, not 8, because otherwise you won't have 6 holes at the end. 2, chain 2, skip 1 here, and another 8. Yeah, they are exactly on the same place. And just make sure this last one is exactly on top of this one. So we're gonna chain 2 and double crochet in this chain here. And then we're gonna chain 1 and we're gonna single crochet along the bottom part here. So 2 single crochets there, and then skip 1. So I'm going to be working like this: chain 1, skip that one, and single crochet here, chain 1, skip 1 underneath, single crochet here, and repeat this all the way around. And here as well, so repeat this all the way around until you get here, and then you can cut your yarn off, because we are going to make the neckties after this. So with double yarn, I'm going to make a slip knot, and then right on this very top single crochet here, right in the middle, I'm going to put the hook through and slip stitch 1 slip stitch just like this, and then I take care of this guy on the back later on. And then from here I'm going to chain 120 just because double G number. I'm going to chain 120 stitches, and then at the end I'm gonna leave a long tail to make that tassel I always make, just to finish it off, around 25 inches of tail at the end. And then I'm going to put on the description below a link to the video where I make this tassel. I'm not making on this video, and as well a video where I show you how to add the lining if you want to add lining, and what's the best lining for crochet swimwear. So I'll be making them both, okay? And then I'm going to make a string for the middle part. This string I'm making with double yarn as well, same tassel on the beginning and at the end, 25 inches of tail on the beginning and at the end, and around 250 chains for this one here that goes here, and 300 chains for this one that goes under. So here it is, I finished all the strings, and so this one around 250 chains, this one a little bigger because I like to give the option for the person who bought it to cross this one on the back for a bit more support, since she is a double G size. And then these strings here as well, made the same tassel in all of them. I'm gonna put the tassel in the description below. I'm also gonna put this pattern, if you wanna purchase the pattern, on my Etsy or account or store, or on my website, is there as well. It's called Nusadua. And so this is the end. That's how it looks like. Really nice. So what I do is I put in a little bag. That's my bag of my brand, and I put a little tag as well. And this is the bottom. So the bottom is in another video I made before, and I'm going to put on the description below as well, and also on the at the end, on the end screen of this video. I'm gonna put a link to this one, and I'm going to put a link of how to line it as well, what the best fabric for lining is. And there's also links for everything on the description below as well. So this was our pattern for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment if you liked it. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. And I see you next week. Bye.